All right, great AM peoples. So, we was online and I was just looking at a video and it just made me think about something, some years back when I was in Missouri, visiting some peoples out there. Um, and basically, I know one of my friend's father said something about, you know, how how it doesn't protect us. It's not for us. But I don't know the laws. How I don't know what it was in Missouri though. You know what I'm saying? I don't know I don't know how it works out there or in California either. California got some castle something doctrine or something like that, but I'm not too really familiar with it. But I heard something about it some years back. And but our people, black people, we don't use them laws though. We don't even like most people. We don't, man. Because the thing is, and it's how it sounds. Yeah, y'all can say what you want to say, but it's the truth. I'm so redundant with it, but I don't like to keep repeating it. But it's the truth though. You know, why is it okay for a white man or any other, mainly white people though, mainly the white males, it's okay, for them to walk around and actually sometimes, not all the time, but sometimes they go around starting stuff purposely because they do have CCW. I mean, or, concealed carry permits or whatever. They walk around with a pistol, sometimes maybe even a sub or a rifle or something. But most of the time it's a pistol, you know. Some of them keep in their ankles, some keep it in their waist or whatever. And I've seen it. I even know people like that too. I know people who, not to say that they shit starters. I'm talking about people who really, people who might have been in the military or whatever. And basically, them people. I mean, most of the people are cool, but they'll say, you know, it's for black people, it's hard because it's part of proving a point. We've been depressed, been conditioned, all these different things. But I find it kind of weird though, like, it's okay for a white man, especially a young white man. We talking about between the ages of 21 to about maybe 60, that age group. So, a lot of times they'll walk around, and I'm not saying all the time, but they'll start some shit. They'll, hey, it's okay, but because they feel tough. They got their chest out, they walking around and shit. And I'm like, damn, because when I was even in Arizona, I seen shit like that too. And people walk around, it was like, whoa. But nobody out there, even though I heard, Arizona got a bad rap or whatever, but I never heard nobody really, nobody, where I was at was cool. I was in Sedona, and then we went to outside of Phoenix. And it wasn't really I didn't see no craziness, but I did see people walking around. It was a lady in the grocery store. The lady was in the store, and she had a big ass, I don't know if it was a 357 or whatever it was, but she was, she was like, hey, how's it going? She was talking to me. She was friendly and everything, But I do find it that it's funny, I don't know about that, stuff happened in Florida. The dude got shot at the store and all of that. Why is it that a white man, it's okay for him to feel like, he could go around and, he's looked at as somebody to be intimidated by. Like, oh, don't mess with that white boy. He'll pull out his gun, or even the person that's not, even whether they prejudice or not, what I mean? They just somebody who so-called got an ego. And they feeling themselves like, oh, I can go around starting something with a black person or anybody. This dude's like, oh, the Honduran or the thing that happened in Omaha. I mean, what was that? I was about to say, no, it's a whole nother stuff. But it was something that happened. I think it was in Nebraska. Oh, it was somewhere that happened. It was some of them other weird stories that got kind of swept under the rug. And basically, the dude when it come talk, he was talking about, oh, it's a thug. He was talking about the main thing. You don't want to be called a thug though. That's one thing that's kind of to me is like, why is a black man a thug? Especially if a man, he's basically, so-called law-abiding citizen. He ain't going around starting trouble. Especially when you never been in trouble with no law and none of that kind of shit. You never been in prison, no jail. You ain't with no regular, going around BS or starting up hella crap. But why is it okay, for them, and I can go there. You really want me to go there? You know what I'm saying? I can go there on the level of different reasons why. Why some of these people, especially in these southern states, because that's what the long conversation we had about that. And I was like, what is that though? But now I'm starting to hear more about it, but I ain't gonna be titled as no thug, regardless if I'm armed or not, whether my hair looks like this or if I got a fade or no matter how my appearance so-called is, you still can be looked at as a nigga. I'm gonna go there, the nigga, you know what I'm saying, or Negro, or, coon, or whatever they want to call you. Because it's kind of pitiful, man, right now. You see, we can't even protect ourselves. But in these other fools riding around these trucks, going around starting shit, I'm going to go I'm gonna go on my way, and there's a black guy. I'm mad right now, so I'm gonna go over there because I got my concealed carry, and I'm gonna start some shit with him because I know for a fact I think I'm gonna get away with this stuff. Nah, man. Also, this thing is spiritual too, man. So people need to watch out, man, because yeah, cause and effect. But I'm sure to regular civilians, especially black people, we think like, damn, when we gonna get some justice? There's nothing being done about this though. So what we gonna do? We walk around vulnerable and let people take advantage of you because they got a gun and you don't. But you know when it's like when you always hear these stories, it's like the unarmed. He was armed or unarmed. He was unarmed. Man, regardless, man, you know, I don't know if whether you should be armed or not. I mean, if you feel like you should have, you know, because everybody, regardless of whether they feel threatened or not, the white people especially, you guys have pistols. Y'all got guns and rifles, long guns, whatever you want to call it, whatever. Y'all got guns at your house or keeping whatever gun safes, whatever y'all keep y'all, you know, wherever y'all keep y'all stuff at. But it's a problem for black people. You know what I'm saying? Or any other group of color, Hispanics, you know, anybody, you know what I'm saying? It's bad for them because we looked at as criminals because we defended ourselves. And also, like we say, like my partner, he said, that got something to do with population decrease. Because, you know, when it comes to the minority and the majority of the planet, that right there is another reason why they let them get away. Which people might say, oh, that's not relevant, especially white people. Of course, they're going to argue with you and debate and try to bicker about that. They don't want to hear that, though. Because they are the leaster people on the planet, no matter where you go. I don't care what planet. Go to Europe. I don't care where you would. Because, you know, the media shows you, it makes you look, they show all these different, you know, colors and mixture of species of people, different nationalities, but different variations of so-called Europeans, though. That's what you see. So, you know, when you're in America, you see these aggressive people, these white people running around, you know, they looking all tough and shit. And like, man, to me, man, it's like, okay, you might say, but that shit don't scare me though, dude. You know, it's like, we basically afraid of aggression, people's aggression, you know, and why the law enforcement, why y'all side with these people? Because some of y'all are prejudiced too, though. I ain't trying to say everybody, because I done met some people, some police officers. I met some that was cool, you know what I'm saying? For an appearance wise, as far as our conversation, it was all right, you know. Now, when I was young, I would be all this F the police and all that kind of crazy shit, but I really don't feel like that about the police, man. You know, I done had some situations where the police, I feel like, damn, you know what I'm saying? They was there to protect and watch out for the situation, so that's what they did. So I don't really look at them, because the police, I don't really fear the police like that, because I don't put myself in a situation where I have to fear. Why? I don't, you know what I'm saying? If they here to protect and serve us, we shouldn't have to be worried about them doing something, even though we know that with their, you know, most of the time it is aggression. Majority of, I say at least about 90% of the time, the other 10% is like, yeah, some of them are good, they cool, and you know, they wouldn't want to do something that they want to do unto others that's doing unto them. You know what I'm saying? They don't want they'll have that kind of karma coming back. You know, if they had a spirit and soul, you know, to those who really know who they are, and to those who, you know, really are here for, you know, a righteous purpose, you know, who really mean well on that at the end of the day. But yeah, I just had to put that out there. When it comes to the, you know, people in California who got CCWs, and people, I'm talking about all brackets of people, because some of the black people who got CCWs, they don't do that. But hold on one second.